Hi, I'm Rita.
I'm Susan, and you're watching Reali-Tea.
The Reali-Tea podcast. And today we are talking about the Real House of Durban. But before we get into the episode, thank you so much for watching. Everybody listening on the podcast. This is episode 88. Countdown to 90. Countdown to 100. We're almost there. We're almost at our 100 mark of 100 episodes of this podcast. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk it?
It's so wild. It's so warm.
Right? What are you sipping on today?
Nothing special, just some agua, ma'am. Just some agua, my cute little pink.
Yes.
It's almost
same. I'm just having some sparkling. Yeah, I'm having just some sparkling water, for the
You only
vibes.
drink sparkling water. You ever drink normal water?
I do drink. Drag me. No, I do drink normal water, but I just, especially when it comes to the podcast, sometimes I'm like, if I have sparkling, let me just put it on the podcast. I'm like, we're here now, but I love a good sparkling.
Let me just do something special for the podcasters, for the listeners.
I was like, let me just give them some sparkling water. So this episode felt really short. Like, I'm looking at my notes and like they're not long at all. Like I don't have a lot of notes for this episode.
Yeah, it did feel a bit short as well. I was also like, okay. All right, Durban.
Like, yeah, all right, Durban. Like, I think it was just a filler episode. It was definitely giving like filler episode vibes. So it was just an episode. Like there's really nothing else to say. It really was. I don't know what to say because I always watch it at least like an hour before we record, and I'm just like, it really wasn't. It was just like an episode. Like they showed up to set. That's how it felt. Like they showed up to set.
Yeah. They showed up to work.
They showed up to get the job done. Yeah, exactly. Like they did what they had to do. They got their hours in. So anyway, guys, we're not going to talk about any hot topics today. We're just going to go straight into the episode. So let's get into The Real House of Durban, Season 2, Episode 7. So like I said earlier, this episode just felt like a filler episode. We were just getting something out of the ladies. They all showed up to set to get the job done. So that's how it felt. But top of the episode, it looks like there was a discussion around who's gonna be flued out, who's being flued out. There was a discussion about it. Sarisha asked Tobile for advice. She asked her for advice. Who do you think I should invite?
Why is she asking a new housewife for advice? That's very shady.
Also, if like somebody asks you for advice, like, would you answer and tell them, oh yeah, I think you should bring 1, 2, 3, 4? Like, would you actually then give them advice and let them know who they should invite?
Yeah, I'm inviting all the people that I like.
Really?
Yeah. if you had to ask me, who do you want to come on this charter plane? And I'm saying charter plane because it's not a private jet. If you keep saying, who do you want to come on the outside you, I'll say, okay, bring A, bring B, bring C. D and D, E, F, they can take a Viano. They can take a V12.
Wow. And that, if we're being honest, that was the vibe that it was giving. Like, it's whoever you like, whoever you vibe with. And we know that even I've seen on Sarisha's Instagram, you can see that she hangs out with Annie even outside of the show. So they're friends. And I think it's one of those things, like, who's associated with Annie? And it's like, obviously she likes Tobile, Makumalo, she likes Annie, obviously, and it's just like, okay, Annie's good with Jojo. I like Jojo as well. Also, Jojo's her friend. I mean, that's how we got Jojo into the group. So, of course, the other ladies were left out, including Londi, guys. Like, never forget, even if Londi traveled with her child and stuff, if she wasn't, I don't know if Londi would have been on the plane.
Questions that need answers, actually. And I was a bit annoyed with Msele when he's like, who are you dressing sexy? Who are you being sexy for? Like, nigga, for myself. I'm being sexy for myself, please. Like, he always has this thing of like, who are you dressing up for? I'm dressing up for me.
Like, bruh, That man likes flattering himself. Every time he's on screen, I was like, we've seen a lot of him. Out of all the husbands, we've seen the most of Mseleku. And it's actually getting tiring.
Musa, it
We've
is
seen him a
getting
lot.
tiring. Yeah.
He's
So
we're okay
actually, I
with
feel like
him.
we need to have a discussion. We need to have a
About?
discussion. She's not giving.
Oh,
She's just not giving. I mean, we'll get to the pajama party, but the pajama party, what was she? She gave it the bonnet. A bonnet.
that was
sexy pajamas.
That would honestly Loki be me. Loki, that would be me. I'd rock up with my bonnet.
No, so we said sexy pajamas, please, and now you're coming in a bonnet. And a full 90. Okay, fine, the bonnet I can forgive, but a full 90, it's not even like lace, it's not even like satin. No, please, man. Please.
No, but
please.
you know she's more of a conservative woman. Like she's more of a conservative
because of her
woman.
husband. Because of her husband.
Yes. So now she wasn't gonna come out of her shell because she still represents her husband's. We know. Were you expecting her to wear something sexy? To be honest, I wasn't expecting much. I'm surprised she even. I wasn't
expecting her to be wearing like fenty, but I was expecting like at least something, some. Like at least just give me some like
okay
at your, the end of your thingies.
Show us. You wanted her to show some décolletage. You wanted her to show a shoulder. Give us some skin. Okay, I get you. Yeah. And then it looks like Annie really is taking this Zulu lesson thing seriously, but she's not taking it seriously. Because how do you invite Jojo back? Even in her confessional, she was saying that Jojo's a lot to deal with, so she was hoping Sarisha would show up. Why you invite her again?
Why can't you just go alone?
Why? Then? Exactly, you learning Zulu.
I was like, why? Why do we even have this? Jojo doesn't even know what a prefix and a suffix is.
Like,
but she was like,
and then you invite her.
We putting the prefix every time? And it's like, but ma'am, have you not heard of a prefix and a suffix?
Zulu lesson number 3, 4, 5. Jojo mustn't even show up. Even if the cameras are there, it's okay. We stop it.
It was also it's a Zulu teacher saying that I'm teaching you how to count from 1 to 10, and now we're going to learn how to write a story. Ma'am, the jump. Talk about going from 1 to 10. Actually, talk about going from 1 to 10. Like I'm counting, and then next lesson I'm writing a story.
Listen, she's gonna next episode, listen, she's gonna be saying all sorts of words. Like she'll be writing a full story, reading it out to us. It's gonna be lit.
She'll be answering thingy. Let's see.
The Zulu teacher clearly has confidence in Annie. Clearly, she's going up fast.
Or she's just trying to finish. She's just like, yo, this woman is stressing me out. Let me just
she's just like, let me just
syllabus as quickly as possible.
Exactly. And then we have Jojo and her parents. I mean, not much about the scene, just letting her parents. I mean, we get to see her with her parents, which is great. And also, I guess the only thing I really noted here was that she just swears a lot. She's very comfortable around her parents. That's a white people.
And then she puts her bag on the floor. I'm sorry. I know it's this whole thing of like, hey, don't be poor, but like, don't put your expensive handbag on the floor. Now you're putting your Chanel on the floor. Man, does it make sense?
And that's my thing. Yeah, you're right. Like, forget about the superstition around it. Why is your bag on the floor?
In the first place.
Like, why? In the first place. Guys, don't put your bags on the floor.
Don't do that thing. Unless it's a weekend bag. Unless it's one of those weekend bags, you can leave it on the floor. But if it's a handbag,
yes,
don't do it. Just don't.
Just please, actually respect your bag. Just respect your bag. Respect your bank account, because that bag probably cost you money, and now it's on the floor. What is it doing on the floor? You don't know where that floor has been. Who's put their dirty feet on that floor? People's shoes. I mean, you don't even know when they mopped it or when they swept the floor. Like,
please.
Hey. So now we're getting the start of this girls' trip, and if we're being honest, the majority of this episode were just people traveling. That was the thing. people traveling and people finding out about this room situation. So Londi obviously gets there first. We found out that she's Yo, Petal. Hi. Patal or Patal? Doesn't know is it Patal or Patal?
Is it Petal or Patal?
Which one is it? Nah. So Londi arrives first. She's come with her child, and we get the sad news. I don't know how this happened. I don't know if Londi booked late or she just didn't. I don't know what happened, but it looks like it's on the hotel's problem. But anyway, doesn't really matter whose problem it is. It's now Londi's issue because now the ladies are gonna get upset, and I would be upset as well. But it looks like they haven't booked enough rooms, and there's only 4 rooms that are available to the ladies at this lodge that they're at.
I mean, ma'am, they said that it's an hour away. At least if it was down the road, I'd understand. I'd be like, okay, fine. It's just a 5-minute drive. An hour, half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Also, the jump. So first of all, half an hour to an hour. Where's the 30 minutes? How do we get to? Is the person driving at 2:40 to get there in 30 minutes?
Bruh. So yeah, we found out that some of the ladies will be staying at the Lions Valley Lodge, which is majority of the women. There are only 4 rooms available at Nambiti, that lodge, the Nambiti Hills Lodge. But Londi has taken up 2 of the rooms, one for herself and one for the nanny. So there's only 2 rooms left. I would be upset because that's just annoying. Because now, especially if it's that far away, already I looked up how far is it from Durban to Nambiti, and that's a 3.5-hour drive. First of all, it's far. They weren't like going down the road.
3 hours. Yo, and the castle broke down. No ways. Yeah. No wonder why people was upset.
Now we have the people up. The one group is being flued out. The other group is road tripping. So we know the group that's road tripping is Lassie, Mabusi, and Nonku in the Viano. The ones that are being flued out are Annie, Sorisha, Tobile, and Jojo. And I think from the 2 groups, number one, I don't know why like Conco's just holding on to this thing with Tobile. Like she's really bothered. Bothered by it. I really don't get it. I want to understand, but I'm not understanding. I really want to understand.
She's pushing for season 3. She's trying to be, she's trying to have a fight. As a housewife, you need to have disagreements with someone.
True, but then she's making this conflict that I think is just definitely one-sided. But even in the top of the episode where Makumalo was talking about it with Nseleku, she was just saying that she felt like, because obviously Lassie is friends with her sister wife, so she felt like she can't like papa around her, be overly excited, like she's trying to respect that boundary. And I was like, then like it's like Conco wanted to feel like the most important person in the world because she's on some Google me. So like. Now she wants to, I don't know, be treated in a certain type of way or acknowledged in a certain type of way. I was like, girl, stop it. Like, it's enough now.
She said she's allergic to... She said she's allergic to negative energy.
Oh, my God.
I love it. That's my new tagline. I'm allergic to negative energy. Oh, yeah, and also with Jojo and the folks. I just realized now as I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, when she said that her husband is going for no surgery, you see this MMA thing. Yes. This thing of MMA, like you're getting paid, but now your nose is broken. Now you have cauliflower ears. Now, is it worth it? Is it really worth it?
Is it? Genuinely, is it? So, I guess so we know that obviously the girls that were flued out, they arrived first. But before that, let's just get to the point where the ladies, now their Viano breaks down. Other people are being flued out. They're already there. This Viano breaks down. Not them being on the side of the road and having to wait for a new car. Like, hey.
How did that happen? Because that car looked brand spanking new. How did it break down?
Brand spanking new.
I was like, is this another pixel situation forcing drama? Hey, when they just said, let's just pretend as if the car's broken down. Or the producer slashed the tire before they went.
Speak on it. Listen, something's at play here. Sabotage somewhere. Somewhere. So as Vienna breaks down, other people have already arrived.
She said, what? And she said AdBlue. Actually, you know me, I don't drive cars. What's AdBlue? She said an AdBlue was missing.
I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention.
The owner was ignorant. There was no AdBlue. I'm like, what's that? I know I don't drive a car.
Either way, they were on the bloody side of the road. They were on the side of the road. It was very ghetto for a second. But yeah, the other ladies have already arrived. Now Londi must explain this 4-room situation. Some people are going there. And obviously, the 2 ladies that were chosen, I mean, the best of Boombas, that were chosen to stay at the Nambiti Hills Lodge were Tobile and Sarisha. So that kind of worked out properly. But this is honestly just such an annoying situation. Why is the other lodge so far away? Like, how's it supposed to work? For production, for events, pajama party, I must drive an hour, then I must spend the whole day at Nambiti Hills and then only go back to Lions What to go sleep essentially because everything's going to be at Nambiti. Like, this is just the most, this is the most annoying situation. Then they wouldn't be, I'd have to say cut the cameras dead ass. Like, I'm not doing this the whole time for days. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Then I must, yes.
Actually, Londi wasn't being, because if I was Londi, I think what I would have done is the people who arrived late, I would have given them, one of them, the room that's like here, since it's closer for them,
exactly.
And then go all the way there and then come back. I would have done that.
Because technically, and they just speak about this later in the episode, technically there was time for the team, the people that arrived first. It was time for them to actually go to Lions What, check in, get settled in, and then they could have come back with their clothes for the pajama What. They would have been refreshed, because obviously we find out later that the other group that came in, they were tired as hell. But the scenes in between us waiting for the other ladies, I don't know, sometimes I feel like the scenes between Jojo and Annie seem forced. Like, I don't think, yeah, they seem forced.
Like, as close as like they make, as we think they are.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I know they maybe not like close, but I feel like they, I don't know. Maybe it feels like they're forcing the friendship. I don't know. Something just not coming off as genuine when they're together. I don't get the vibe of it being genuine. That's just me. Yeah. But they do speak about the whole flower situation, and I agree with them. Like you said last week, that there probably is a man. But I agree with what Annie and Jojo were saying around, maybe Lassie was trying to like let everybody know that she has a man, and she's trying to be like flashy and like just let people know that like I ain't single. Like I got some booty, you know? That's what it felt like.
Who delivers flowers to the friend's house? Really? Unless you're staying at the friend's house for like a couple of weeks or whatever. Like, it's such a weird situation.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very weird situation.
If you're at my house, if you're at my house and your partner delivers flowers here, I'm like, okay, I guess these flowers are staying here then. Let me get a vase ready.
Yeah, I was gonna say get a vase to be like, girl.
Where's that wood sachet so I can make the flowers last longer? I'm putting them in now.
Exactly. It was like, you're not taking these flowers out of my house. They were delivered here. I know they're for you, but now they stay. They stay. So I think honestly, Sarisha has like found her friend, like somebody that's on the same wavelength as her, someone that's a little bit conservative. I think her and Makumala have so much in common. They don't drink too much. I mean, these bitches were busy having hot chocolates. like they vibe very, very well. They vibe very well together. So I was like, I think this is like her friendship now. Like, she's found her person for the show. They get along really well.
Yeah, it's
so really, finally.
I don't know. I'm not feeling so really. I'm not.
No, I get you. I get you, friend. I get you.
She comes with a long nightgown. She's drinking hot chocolate. Then she was doubtful of the cocktail. She's like, hey, Londi, what's in this cocktail? Hey, now we always say Musa. We always see Musa on Mzansi Magic. We don't need to see him on the show. Ma'am, I think a recast
It's
needs to
not
happen. I
working
was
for
very
me.
excited. I was very excited, but I feel like a recasting needs to
Same.
happen. Unless she gives us more. Unless she gives us more in the other episodes or in the reunion, then I'll be happy. But I feel like she's not
Yes.
going to because
Yeah.
she's not that she's a people
Yeah.
pleaser, but she's not someone who likes conflict. So now she's not going to give us what we need to be a housewife. I think she must just stay on 161 and stay on the SABC one.
Facts. And you might be right. I think it's like, okay, we tried this out for a couple of episodes. Maybe she can be a friend of the show, and that's as far as it goes. But you're right. She's not
Great
giving
Mabus.
anything. I don't think.
Mabusi must hold that Ngobkiri.
That's what I'm saying. Why should not hold that Love Kitty? She proved herself last season. Actually, she proved herself. She was the main attraction last season, and she was a friend of the show. I actually don't respect my Busi at all.
You really don't.
So finally, the second group arrives. Finally, they look tired. They look drained. And then I was like, yo, the sun is, and I was like, yo, now they must be told that you need to drive another hour because, hey, hey.
I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed. I just grab my bag and I just leave. I'd be like, okay, where's this place? Send me the location. I'm going.
I'm going. Yeah, I was like, I'm going now. There is no pajama party. Like y'all got me fucked up. I was like, I'm just no.
Nonku was done. Nonku even said, I'm putting on my glasses.
No,
It's
Nonku
8
was
o'clock,
livid.
but I'm putting on my glasses because I'm done.
This has been the longest day of my life. I'm sure that whole trip probably took them like close to 5 to 6 hours. There's no way. Because you had to now wait for another car.
Basically, they could have been in Joburg,
There
basically.
was no...
They could have messed with Crystal. They could have stayed in Crystal's house here by Waterfront.
Listen. Girl. Waterfall.
Waterfall.
So now Londi must tell them the long spiel about, hey, the rooms are not available. You're staying somewhere else. People, that news obviously just shook them because now you're already tired. And then the three of them, Mabusi, Lassie, and Nonku, then sit. Obviously, they're visibly pissed off, but then it looks like Mabusi heard in passing that other people were flued out. And I guess, you know, Mabusi says in a confessional, like, how did she get to that decision that not who she was going to choose? And obviously the ladies are jealous, they're upset. I don't know, would you feel some type of way? Let's say, let me just put out the scenario. Yes. Let's say that the Vienna didn't break down or whatever. Let's just say it was a seamless trip. Would you still be upset that maybe that other people were flued out, you know? Like,
yes.
Did the Vienna breaking down make it worse?
Rita, why didn't you tell me?
But let's get into that. No, okay,
like, why
fine.
Let's get into that
now.
Yeah.
Isn't it true?
Like honestly, why didn't you tell me? Now I must see on Instagram stories that you're on a charter, and please, it's not a private jet, it's a charter.
Okay, charter. Yes. So let's just get into the pajama party because that's where the confrontation happens, right? The sexy pajama party starts. Obviously, the Powerpuff Girls look great. I love their outfits. They look sexy. They really, you know, they Powerpuff Girls said Powerpuff. They said Powerpuff Girls. So Tobile and Sarisha, the best of Boombas, come with their outfits. Sarisha looks great. I like hers. Tobile came in a full, covered every part of her body, including her hair,
including a bonnet. It was the bonnet for me. I think the bonnet was what like
really
took me. Yeah, the bonnet was when I was like, she can't be a housewife. She can't be. Andy Cohen, we need a new housewife.
Stats. You're not said it was the bonnet for you. That's where you said no.
Bonnet. Yeah, because also now your nightgown is reaching the floor. It's reaching the floor that like most drag race queens when they make their own gowns and they don't even reach the floor. It's even reaching the floor. Like no.
I mean, I didn't mind her outfit because I wasn't expecting her to even, I guess, try because she's very conservative. Her husband is conservative. She's representing her husband. So I wasn't really expecting much. I was honestly okay with her outfit. I said, okay, cool, sure. Short
I'm
of.
sure I could even go to the Fenty websites now and I could find something conservative for her. But that would still be like, okay, sexy but conservative. I'm just man.
It was a hard
I
no for
can't.
you.
I can't.
So the other ladies arrive as well. Nonku looks great. I like Nonku's outfit. But yeah, everybody has their outfits on or whatever. It's a sexy pajama party according to, I guess, what you do, however you define sexy. So then obviously we get into the who was flued out. Let's talk about who was flued out. And Nonku was going around in circles because she's like, I get it, but also I'm not jealous, but like she was just going around in circles. But essentially what she was saying is that she wanted the courtesy. It would have been nice if you just told us that that's what was happening. Do you think that Sarisha owed them that explanation or that courtesy? Do you agree with that?
Yes, definitely. Like, I mean, you don't owe me the thing of saying, okay, I'm taking you. You don't owe me that, but like at least just tell me. At least tell me so that like
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm not blindsided. I don't know. How do you feel?
True. I don't know.
You wouldn't have cared.
I think yes, courtesy. I don't know. I feel like courtesy would have been nice. But like when Noku said it, I was like, okay, yeah, valid. I was like, okay, courtesy would have been nice. Honestly, I don't think I would have cared because then that means that we're just not that close then. Because she obviously chose who she chose. So can I be jealous? Yeah, sure. It would have been nice to be flued out. But
Yeah.
I'll just be like, clearly you're just not close. Like that would be indication to me that you're not close with those people. And you're not close to Sarisha that she would have thought to invite you. That's like the real tea here.
Yeah, for me, I think for me, it's the blindsiding for me. Like now I'm on Instagram and I just see how Mrs. Ambition, okay, you're on a plane, okay.
Right? Now you're just like,
Meanwhile, we had to wait for another thingy, another Viano.
girl. So definitely, I think their situation, I think what escalated their emotions and why they were so annoyed is that like their trip was also just horrible. Like it was just a
Yeah.
bad trip for them. So it added to that. And then you see, then this is where I got pissed off. Yeah.
Okay. No, finish that off so that like, we can talk about. I want to talk about Petal again.
Yeah. So Jojo then interjects. I don't know why Jojo was interjecting because Nonku was just speaking. Then she was like, "Can't you shut up?" Then she was like, "You can't tell me to shut up," but you interrupted her. So why you? How are you going to tell her to not? How are you going to tell her to shut up? But she was speaking. Then you interjected. Then she's telling you, "Let me finish." But then you're saying to her, "Don't tell me to shut up or don't tell me to not speak." Like what?
She got annoyed. She got very annoyed. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe Nonku spoke much longer than was expected. And probably on the way there, they were like, Nonku's going to complain. I know Nonku's going to complain. And you know when you're annoyed that someone's going to do something and then they do it, then you get annoyed because of that. I think that's probably what happened. And maybe she was talking for 20 minutes. Who knows? Who knows with Nonku?
No, it's true. And she really was going around in circles. Like, I can get that point. But let her at least finish her points. I think, honestly, Jojo came at her sideways. Because then now you provoked her. Now you can't be mad at her if she comes at you sideways. Like, then you can't be upset when she says, "Can you let me finish?" or "Can you shut up?"
But I was here for it. I was here for it. I'm like, yes, Jojo.
Same.
Give us the conflict.
Yes. I was
because
like,
if you weren't going to give us the conflict, it's going to be a very long episode.
Can you just shut up? Do you ever shut up?
I love it when you do the accents. You do it so well.
And I do it so well. Hey, I'm a white woman. I knew it. People must never deny me. I'm a white woman.
Rita.
Let me flip my hair. I love doing that. But yeah, back to Petal. Let's hear Petal. Petal.
Yeah, I mean, when they were talking about it in the Viano, it sounded like she was talking about someone that she was making up on the fly. I don't know if there is a man, honestly. Like when I was listening, I was listening intently. Like, you know, the Snatch game when Michelle Visage was like, I'm doing investigations. I was doing investigations and I was listening to her talk. And I was like, I don't know if this man is real. I don't know if this is a real human.
You don't.
And like, do you love him? And she's like, well, if he proposed to you, yeah, of course I propose to go on a date. Of course you guys are dating if he's buying you flowers.
Exactly. And that's why Nonku's like, actually, I don't understand anymore. I just don't understand. It's like, I just don't understand. And I get him. You don't understand anymore. No, no. So what are your thoughts about the
Watch.
episode?
I bet you reunion. She's gonna say her and Petula no more. I bet you. She'll say, I said Petula decides to split ways.
Yes, and then she'll be telling us that she's started dating someone new. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Actually. You genuinely hate to see it.
But in terms of what are my thoughts on the episode, actually, I think I enjoyed this episode more than I did last week's episode, to be honest, because I think there was a bit more conflict, there was a bit more drama. It was a bit of a filler, but it was better. I think there was just a bit more to critique, even though people were wearing bonnets.
Yes.
Like, it's okay, we like to critique people and their bonnets. So I'm gonna give it. What did I give it last time? 6.5. I'll give it a 7.5.
Oh wow.
No, I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay, 7.5. Damn.
No,
Damn.
7.
Yeah, I
mean,
yeah. 7. Okay.
I take that 0.5 back.
Okay. I don't know. It felt definitely for me felt like a filler episode for sure. Definitely felt like because we were literally just watching people travel. So they for me, yeah, it was a filler episode because anyway, we're still gonna get the pajama party next week in any case, right? It hasn't been completed or whatever, so still gonna get in the next episode. So I think yeah, this is definitely like just a filler episode. So for me, it's like I can give it a 6.5.
Okay. One thing I hate though, and this is why I've stopped watching promos like in general, these coming ups, because nowadays, especially with Housewives, they'll show like, oh, coming up, and then the scene that is spicy is like what's going to be at the end, and then they'll say to be continued. And it's like, how can you say coming up when you're leaving it at the end? Even like the international seasons, they've done that. I remember I was watching Jersey, and like one of the spicy moments, like one of the husbands walked away because they were talking badly about like his wife. And I was like, oh, okay, so this episode's going to be interesting, but no, it's going to be a TVC. Now I'm just going to stop watching these coming ups because it's starting to frustrate me now.
True. And also coming up can also just overhype the episode. Like now you're like, yo, it's going down. Meanwhile, it's just like a 7 out of 10 episode. It's like it's not that great. Yes, Ranakas were talking to you. Amen. Hi there, amen. Amen. But yeah, let us know down below, comment below what your ratings are, what you thought about this episode. I think it was a good episode either way. Like it was a solid episode. So let us know what you guys think. Follow us on IG at Reali-Tea and at Reali-Tea, the letter T _SA. Follow us. Our yay or nay is already up. Critiquing the ladies, I guess their fashions for this episode. And then if you'd like to join one of our episodes, please slide into our DMs and you can review an episode with us of The Real House of Durban. Yeah, that's all.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and all of those nice things.
Subscribe, like, share with everybody you know, your mom, your sister, your grandmother, your brother, your nephew, your niece, your cousins, all of godparents, the whole shebang.
You're after nines. Send all of it.
You're after nines. Listen, your ex-boyfriend. Like everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We will see you, I guess, for another episode of The Real House of Durban. Goodbye.